Camera is on and action. Aquarius, how are you doing, my cutie patootie looking all this so yummy, so delicious? The unicorn of the Zodiac. Welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. I'm your funny Armenian guy, and you are my delicious cutie patootie looking all this so yummy. So in this reading, Aquarius, I'm going to be taking a look at the no contact situation, the energy between you and your person, past, present, and future. I will also clarify them cards and get some messages for you. Unicorn of the Zodiac. Let's get into your reading, Aquarius, and let's see what's going on. Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Innovation. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Aquarius, who are you dealing with? What is this situation about? How does this person feel? Potential actions and things like that. Okay. So the energy between you and your person, Aquarius, is the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. And then at the bottom there is Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisceana energy. Could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, very strong, right on top of your reading. And another air sign possibly. Okay, Leo. So Aquarius, the energy between you and this person has to do a lot with this sense of stability. I'm getting, that you're right now focused on your work, you're working, you're doing your own thing. Maybe some of you are starting a business. A lot of you are in no contact situation with this person, possibly due to money, financial situation. Doesn't have to be, but we're going to find out more. I am strongly getting here that you're actually feeling quite secure and quite cozy and comfortable in your skin. And we're going to find out more. Now, in the recent past, 3 of Wands, King of Cups, 7 of Swords. In the recent past, Aquarius, I strongly feel like here that this was a lot about your future. You thought you were going to have a future with this person right away. But there was a lot of trust issues, okay? 7 of Swords here, somebody maybe was hiding something. There was a lot of hidden things from you that you wanted to make sense of and wanted to gain clarity about. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. Now, in the present moment, there is the 7 of Cups, the Temperance, and the 9 of Swords. In the present moment, choices. And to be honest, just by looking at this energy, this person is having a lot of questions, okay? They're questioning as if you have put a spell on them. Because this is a connection and an energetic attachment towards one another, just telling me like it's almost a bond that's unbreakable. Okay, the Knight of Swords here, the Temperance here, it's like no matter where they run away, no matter where they go, no matter which direction they go, they're constantly spinning around and coming around thinking about you. We're going to find out more what is their potential actions. Now, the Moon in the near future, Page of Wands, and the Sun. There is some fears and some subconscious beliefs that need to come to the surface and dealt with. And I think that the overall outcome, even right here, is very positive. The outcome is going to be making you very happy. It's a very positive energy here in your Aquarius. Okay, could be dealing with the Leo again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisceana, Cancer, Lucius. So let's clarify, dear Aquarius. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles, the energy between you and this person. It's like almost like she looks like she is a witch. He or she, doesn't matter, right? I don't know if you put a spell on this person, Aquarius, but you did something. So it's clarified by the 9 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, so here is the thing, Aquarius. Remember when I was saying that right now you're very much focused on yourself, you're doing well, right? This has to do a lot with the very fact that you have chosen to walk away from this person, or maybe this person disconnected from you. You still rose above. You still came on top. Okay, now you walked away or you disconnected from this person. There was not an emotional maturity or a certain level of connection here between you and them. I think a lot of you said to yourself, you know what? There was a confirmation verb earlier. So I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on my own happiness. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And I'm strongly getting here in the present moment. You're actually feeling very secure in yourself. Like I said, very cozy, comfortable in your skin. Okay. Now with the 7 of Cups, this is talking about from time to time, you'll be thinking about, the way that things ended with this person and this level of uncertainty that's like up in the air. You're questioning, you're asking questions, but you are still keeping yourself on track, which is a very solid energy. Now, let's talk about the recent past here. Since there was a lot of trust issues here, I'm going to talk about, I think you were waiting. You were constantly waiting this person maybe to text you. There is a letter at the bottom, right? You were constantly waiting for this person to text you, to communicate with you, and there was either very little or lack of communication in the recent past. I'm getting here, somebody here was a traveler. They probably traveled a lot. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. So the sun is here twice, Aquarius. The sun is here twice, and this is talking about, you know, Knight of Wands, right? The Sun, Leo energy here. The Wands always represent fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Aquarius, whoever you were involved in, I think this person was not ready yet for commitment, okay? The Knight of Wands here and then the Knight of Cups, I think, actually this is how the spread is going. So I am strongly getting here. This had to do a lot with the very fact that like you and this person were headed towards different directions. If you look at this, right? Going away from the other direction. This person maybe had things that they had to pursue. Maybe they were still involved with another person, and you realize that you don't want to be with somebody that was probably possibly entertaining a third party situation here. And that's why there was this emotional disconnection here. Now, let's talk about in the present moment here. I want to talk about more of what's coming up in this person's feelings. This person's feelings towards Aquarius. Damn, that is so good. That is so good. You got the Fool, the Emperor, and the King of Swords. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A brand new beginning. You could be dealing with an Aries, doesn't have to be. But somebody here is desiring to have a new beginning. King and the Emperor, right? This is talking about a desire for a fresh start. That's what they're actually thinking. They're like, oh my gosh, I feel like Aquarius has put a spell on me and I can't move on from them. I better make up my mind. And this has to do a lot with stepping into the unknown. The Fool here is stepping into the unknown. The Fool doesn't really worry too much of what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. They just step into it, and it's about trusting into the universe. This person is wanting to take a leap of faith and actually contact you and connect with you, okay? And there could be an age difference between you and them, but I'm getting here, you know what I mean? You're at a place where like, well, if you're ready, I mean, I'm ready, but there is some things that need to be healed. And I want to make sure that you're actually healed, which is going to show, which is Aquarius, which is Temperance is going to show us. Has this person healed? Nine of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Magician. Yes. This person actually, due to this distance and separation between the two of you, which you can see in the Three of Wands, Aquarius, this person has been doing a lot of healing, okay? Again, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This person has been doing a lot of internal healing, and this is something that they're manifesting in the present moment. This is a very positive energy, okay? Very positive. The Temperance was also a main energy for Gemini earlier that I did. So the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Wands. One of the things that I see here that's going to be resolved in this relationship, this person is going to want to have a conversation about the fight that happened between you and them. As you can see, the Five of Wands is showing 5 different people arguing, having a conflict. Maybe you and this person come from different cultures, backgrounds, states, cities, countries, languages, whatever the situation is, Aquarius. This has to do a lot with this person having a major epiphany and a realization in their mind, the way that they reacted or the way that they behaved in this situation. And I feel like someone here will feel stabbed in the back or like betrayed. This could be you. Maybe this person stopped talking to you, ghosted you out of nowhere, and kind of like ran away. And they're coming in with some sort of a realization and an epiphany, okay, and an understanding. Let's talk about the moon in the near future here, because these are like fears that need to be resolved. Yeah, this fear here, there is the strength at the bottom of the deck. Someone here could be a Leo, again, that you're dealing with. This person needs to put their ego aside, okay? Because I see this person kind of like going back and forth, whether they should communicate, what should I do? How do I communicate with Aquarius? I really messed things up big time, and I'm not sure if Aquarius is gonna take me back. And this is a subconscious belief. This has to do a lot with being in this place of uncertainty. The moon here is talking about fears and doubts. And I think this person, is like questioning whether you have put a spell on them, but also they're scared, Aquarius, that you may reject them and not take them back. Now, the Page of Wands here is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. So the truth of the matter is that the outcome for both of you looks very promising, because I see here this communication that's going to come in towards you. It's gonna basically be tailoring towards, let's make this work, let's collaborate, let's work on this, right? The Three of Pentacles, cooperation, partnership. And then the Sun card here is the final outcome, which is talking about positivity and a lot of happiness between you and this person. Let's clarify the Sun. The Sun here is clarified by the Aquarius energy right here, the Two of Swords, the Five of Cups. So this is you, Aquarius. You just showed up in the near future, which is definitely a very beautiful, very, very beautiful energy. The sun and the star, right? Aquarius and Leo doesn't have to be, but this is about a very positive energy, celebration, being in this place of wanting to get over the past situation, whatever happened between you and this person, right? Yes, you and this person have been in this place of emotional loss, separation. There was a lot of pain, agony, questions. How is this going to work out? When is it going to work out? But you know what? The star card here talks about a wish coming true, a wish being fulfilled, and finally it's coming into fruition for both of you. And eventually, at the bottom of the deck, there is a Six of Swords, which is talking about transition from the Tower moment. Beautiful energy here. Moving on from what collapsed, what came to an end, what collapsed down, right? There was a lot of sadness, a lot of uncertainty. King of Cups here. So emotional, someone here was emotionally closed. Someone here was not emotionally being invested into this relationship. This is the reason why possibly this situation happened, right? Somebody was maybe holding back, and that's the reason why the Tower moment took place. So let's see, what is the messages of love? What is the messages of love for my Aquarius? So Aquarius, you have time apart, like I said. Some distance will help bring clarity, and this has to do a lot with the fact that right now in the present moment, you are focused on your money, you are focused on your business, what's important for you. The other message here is you have children. Children are important to this partnership. Some of you could have children, they could have children that they're taking care of, or they're gonna get separated or divorced. And then the other message here is support. Lean on your inner circle during this time. And at the bottom of the deck, you have addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. You could be dealing with somebody that maybe they were hiding some sort of a substance abuse. Maybe they were doing other things that was not in alignment with your goals and your values. Hence the reason why is that, this separation also could have happened. But now this person seems to be coming clean, sober for some of the cases, sober from certain substance abuse, and they want to communicate with you. So if you want some proof and if you want to be really inspired, you're more than welcome to go and check those success stories in my community tab, where people share their, success stories that happen with their person 12 till on the timer. So the advice here is reconciliation and getting over this argument. The constant conflict that actually took place between you and this person here, as I was also saying earlier with the Five of Wands, right? It's time to get past that. And the advice here, dear Aquarius, is talking about a reconciliation. It is about focusing on what works best for both of you, because this is some sort of a connection that you have known this person for quite some time. Maybe for some of you, years already. And, it's about coming in terms of understanding that, I'm admitting that there were some things that was very toxic and unhealthy, and I'm taking accountability for that, and I'm willing to put in that hard work and to move on and to be able to heal this connection. Okay, there is reconciliation, cooperation coming in between you and this person. So, dear Aquarius, this is what I had for you. Thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart for being in here. If you put a spell on them, then that's why they're also coming back almost. Metaphorically speaking, the spell here can mean as far as you detaching and just, maybe affirming and saying, you know what, I know it's going to happen anyways. I'm just focused on my money, on my business, on my mega business, mega house. Aquarius, you are the unicorn of the Zodiac, innovative, creative, and passionate. So this is what I had for you. I love you so, so much, Aquarius, and I'll see you on the next one.